Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to World School of Bangladesh. Today we will start chapter 2 of class 7, which is exponent, multiplication and application of formula of algebraic expression. How to identify if a piece of paper is a square or not. So if we fold a paper in equal parts and we count the number of boxes, okay, let me show here. Okay, suppose this is a paper. We have equally folded it and we have got equal four boxes, so 4. So is 4 a perfect square? So when I say perfect square, what does it mean, perfect square? So 2 2s are 4, right? So 2 squares are 4. 3 3s are 9. You can also eat 3 square equals to 9. So here 9 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square. In simpler words, if we square any number, then the product we get, the result we get is called the perfect square number. Suppose we are getting, like, we have folded in 3 equal parts and we have got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 equal boxes. My drawing is not good here, the boxes are not equal, but suppose we have gotten the equal boxes. That's when 9 boxes. Is 9 a perfect square? Yes, it is a perfect square of 3. So this means this is a square. So why are we getting like 3 square? What does it mean? Here the number of rows are 3 and the number of columns are also 3. That's mean if we wanna count the length and width by boxes, that's mean the length is 3 boxes and the width is also 3 boxes. So the area of this page will be 3 into 3, which is 3 square boxes, right? That's how we find out any area of a square shaped things. Suppose you were said that I have a paper which length is x and width is x. That means it's a perfect square. So the area of this will be x square. And what if it's not a page, it is a box like Rubik's cube? That means it has a length, width and height, right? Length, width and height. So if we need to find out the space it's occupying, so in that case it becomes the volume of this Rubik's cube. So we find out volume by length into width and height. As it is a cube, what does cube mean? Cube means a box whose length, width and height are equals. Means it has a x length, x width and x height. So the volume will be x into x into x, in short x cube. That's how we will find out the area and length of a object. Okay, next is like how we will write. Here the 3x are multiplied, right? So we have written is x cube. It's not different from exponent. It is actually same thing in exponent, but in exponential form, here in base we have a number. but here we don't know the value of the x, so it's called a variable. We use x, y, z, any alphabet. Okay, when we don't know the exact value of that measurement of length, width or anything, then we use this variable. This is called like variable. So when we are writing x cube, that's mean x is multiplied 3 times. When we are writing x to the power n, that's mean x is multiplied n times. N times. So what does mean n times? N can be any number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will be given to us, or sometimes it might not be given to us. Okay, so why we use all this? Suppose we are we are given x to the power n divided by x to the power m. Here we can understand that we have same variable. Same variable means same base. So we don't know what the powers are, what the value of n is, what the value of m is, but we know that when it was in this form, 3 divided by, what we did 5 to the power 3 minus 2. We subtract the powers. Here we will do the same thing. We will subtract the powers, and in multiplication, we will add the power. Okay, like similar, everything is similar, just before we had a number, now we have a variable. Okay, here it is given x to the power 7 x cube. So if we do this, x to the power 7 means x is multiplied by 7 times. That's mean x into x into x into x into x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we divided x to the power 3, this means 3x are multiplied. Now this how many x's are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So our result is x to the power 4. Now this we can simply could have done this, right? We are getting the same result, x to the power 4. So instead of doing this, we will simply subtract the power. X to the power 7 divided by x square, we will get x to the power 7 minus 2, which is x to the power 5. I hope it is clear. Till now we have seen, just like number, if two variable is multiplied, then it becomes, or we can write it in the exponent form. So if x is multiplied 3 times, we can write it x cube, and if it is multiplied n times, we write it as xn. So suppose we are given xn multiplied x to the power m, then we can write x to the power n plus m. And if it is written xm divided by xn, then we can write x to the power m minus n. That means in case of multiplication we add powers, in case of division we subtract the powers. And again, if it is, suppose x square into x square into x square, now this exponent is multiplied thrice. That means we can write it x square whole cube. And we know that when power is in power form, then we multiply the power. So 2 into 3 becomes 2 to the power 6. That means when x to the power n to the power x to the power m, we can write x to the power m n. Okay, now here we can see that here we are given some problems to do. So I'll show you one and then others will be done by you. Okay, so the first one, first one is written 3 square into 9 square equals to 1. So we can write this 3 square into, we can write 9 as 3 into 3, right? And this whole is a square. so it's become 3 square into, now this there 3 is multiplied twice, so we can write is 3 square, and this whole is again like these 3's are again square, so we can write this in this form. Thus it become 3 square into 3 to the power 4. Now it is in multiplication form, so where you can write 2 plus 4, so it becomes 3 to the power 6. Similarly, in case of 5 cube into 25 minus 2, it becomes 5 cube into, okay, now 25 can be written as 5 into 5. We know 5 5s are 25, so 5 into 5, and the power of the 25 is minus 2, so the power of this 5 into 5 will be minus 2. Again 5 cube, we write 5 here, 5 is multiplied twice, so we can write 5 square, so minus 2. So 5 cube into, as it will be multiplied power, so it becomes 2 into minus 2 becomes minus 4. Now here is multiplication, that's when we will add the power, 5 3 plus minus 4, it becomes 5 to the power 3 minus 4, or 5 to the power minus 1. And we know when there is minus 1, then we can write as it 1 divided by 5. Okay, let's the next, I think you can, okay, let me show you the number 4. Okay, okay, here it is written is to the power 13 t to the power minus 4 divided by is to the power 5 t to the power 14. Now how we will do that? Here we can see that s is different variable, t is different variable. We deal with same variable, so we will see that s and s are same, t and t are same, so we will operate these two together. Okay, so in case of s and s are in division form, so we'll write it as s to the power 13 minus 5 into t to the power minus 4 minus 14. Here we are doing like here t to the power minus 4 divided by 2 to the power 14, and when we know that when there is division we subtract the power, so minus 4 minus 14, here is written minus 4 minus 14, so a is equal to, if we subtract from 13, so it becomes 8 and it becomes, so minus 18. That's our answer. Okay, how exactly this happened? Okay, see, is 1 to the, okay, is 1 to the power is a very big number. Let me write it some another number. Is cube and t to the power, suppose square divided by s square t cube. Then we can write it as s cube means s is multiplied thrice, and t square is means t is multiplied twice, and these two are in multiplication form, so here we can multiply. Again s is twice multiplied and t is thrice multiplied. Now if we cross this, then we left with s minus s divided by t. We know that when this is in this denominator or in division form, we can write it as s to the power t to the power minus 1, because we know 5 to the power minus 1 equal to 1 by 5, thus mean t to the power minus equal to 1 by t. So similarly we can write 1 by t equals to t to the power minus 1. So instead of doing this, we are directly using the formula of like exponent division rule. Okay, where we know that if it is in division form like s cube into t square, divided by s square into t cube. This means s cube is divided by s square, right? This means s cube is divided by s square and t square is divided by t cube. So we are simply writing is 3 minus 2 into t 2 minus 3, and we are getting s to the power 1 t to the power minus 1, or s t to the power minus 1. See, same answer. So we will use this method. Okay, see, next is here we have also seen this. Okay, x square y square to the power 4. We already know that when the power is in power form, then they to multiply, but there is two variables. So we will first take power as, like, when the two variables in multiplication form and the whole is to the power, then we can simply separate them. X square to the power 4 into y square to the power 4, then it becomes x 8 y to the power 8. So it is true for any case. Suppose it was written minus 2 y cube to the power 4, then we could have written minus 2 4 into y cube to the power 4, then our answer would be minus 8 into the power. That's our answer. Okay, here is given okay, this rule is also applied for fraction also. Like, suppose we are given x cube divided by y square to the power 4, then we can also write it as x cube divided by 4 y square to the power 4, then it becomes x to the power 12 divided by y to the power 8. Okay, zero rule. What is zero rule? We already know that when it is x to the power m divided by x to the power n, we can write it there x to the power m minus n. Suppose our m and n is same, that means we are given x to the power 4 divided by x to the power 4. Then what will be the answer? The answer will be x to the power 4 minus 4 equal to x to the power 0, and anything to the power 0 will be 1. We already know that. Also we can actually prove here that x to the power 4 divided by x to the power 4, we can write it as x into x into x into x divided by x into x into x. Now division, what we left with? 1. Okay, so instead of doing this, we will just simply do this. Okay, negative exponent rule is nothing, just we already know that when let me clear this. Okay, we already know that when we get x in denominator, we write it as x to the power minus 2. That means when the variable or any number is in denominator and we write it in this form, we give power as minus, and after the power, this power can be 2 1 3 4, doesn't matter, but there will be minus in front of it when x to the power 0. Suppose we are given x cube divided by x to the power 5. So what will be our result? x3 minus 5. It becomes x to the power minus 2. We can write as x square. Okay, and that's it, staying here. Okay, our next okay, I guess this will be done by the number line. Okay, algebraic multiplication. So here the algebraic multiplication was done using number line. So how we multiply using number line? Let's see. Suppose you were first of all, what is number line? Number line is basically a line where a point is 0 and on the right side of this number, all the positive integers are like all the numbers 3 4 5 6 7, and this number never end. This can go to infinity, like never ending. And on the right side it's like minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5. So how we multiply using this number? Suppose we are given to multiply 2 into 3. So what we'll do, we will take the 2 length jump 3 times. 2 length jump means like we'll jump like this is 1 length, so 1 2 length. How many times we will jump? 3 times. So 1 2 3, we have reached 6. So 6 will be our answer, and we already know 2 into 3 are 6, and we also getting 6. Again we could have done this, that we could have taken the length of the jump is 3 and the number of jump is 2. Suppose suppose 1 2 3, so one jump 1 2 3, second jump we have again reached 6. Okay, so we can alternate between these two, but we have to remember that one will be the length of the jump, one and another will be the number of jumps. Okay, so what happens if one is negative? Suppose we are given minus 2 into 3, what will be our answer? So in that case, our, like if we are taking minus 2 as the length of the jump and the 3 as the number of jumps, then minus 2 will be our length of the jump. So what is minus 2? So it will be on the negative direction, like it will be in this direction, 1 2. So one jump, another jump, 1 2, second jump, again 1 2, third jump. So we have reached minus 6. So our answer will be minus 6. Here we can observe that whenever two positive numbers are multiplied, we get plus. When one positive, one negative multiplied, we get negative. And when two negative multiplied, we get positive. We have to remember this. Okay, next, the area of a certain like garden or anything. So when we want to find out the area, we need the length and width of the square or rectangular. Okay, suppose you are given this, where the length is 6 meter and 3 meter and width is 4 meter. So first we have to find out the total length. If we want to find out the total area, so the total length is 6 plus 3 and width is 4. So our area will be 6 plus 3 into 4. So it is 9 into 4, 36 meter square. Okay, or square meter, you can write square meter. Okay, suppose we were asked just to find out the green area, then we would need the length of just this green area, which is 6. So 6 into 4, which is 24. And only this area we can see the width of this both rectangular is same, which is 4. So it will be 4 into 3, which is 12. So if we add this two area, we get 36, which is equal to the total area. That's mean we can divide a single area in multiple areas, and then if we add them, we will get the same area. Okay, so suppose instead of number, you are given that this length is divided in x meter, y meter and z meter, and the width is 4 meter. Then you can write as first again x plus y plus z is our length and our width is 4. So our area will be 4x plus 4y plus 4z. That's how we will find out areas. What about volume? Suppose you were like given okay, let's do one thing. Let's give the volume for next class. I think for today that's enough. Have a good day.